Hi, Craig here again. Back for hopefully the final part of scripted battleships in Total Miner. So this is just going to be hopefully a short video where we just tidy up a few loose ends, and there was the one main thing, which was the new out, the vars and the out parameter. So we can now control which variables can and cannot be affected by called scripts. And then I've also added a nice little syntax for the second syntax for the var command, so you can declare a whole bunch of variables on one line. So I'll show you that first, because that's the simple one to have a look at, and it's most useful for scripts like this one here, for example, where we have 6 lines taken out just to declare these variables. Now with the new syntax we can just go like this, put them all on one line. Oops. OZ, and I think it was C, wasn't it? CX, CY, CZ. So it was P. So this is only to declare variables. You can't actually assign values on this form of the command. Just for declaring variables which have either been passed through from another script or which you're going to use in a loop. So that shortens that script down somewhat. I changed these variable names. I don't know if this was in the last video or not, but I changed these variable names just to be more descriptive. And flight time is now passed in as a parameter, so back here we can actually vary flight time, and the particles calculation will still calculate the correct trajectory based on how slow the particle is travelling or how fast it's travelling. So again, we've got a bunch of variables here, so it's CX and flight time. So it definitely helps to tidy things up a little bit. And you'll see now here here's the out clause here. So X player, CX, CY and CZ cannot be changed, or if they are changed by the battleship's turn script, those changes are not reflected back in the script. They don't affect the script. But the hit count variable, if that script does change the hit count variable, we will see the changes here, which is exactly what we want, because we want to use that variable for the turn script to tell us whether or not there was a hit or a miss. And that's actually about it. Unfortunately, there's a hole in the roof of the office building. It happened yesterday, something busted a hole in the roof, so there's a builder at the moment fixing that roof right now when I'm making the video. So I'm not sure if it's going to be too loud or not, but we'll just see. So we can get rid of that now, because that was a debug. So now this flight time, so this means that the missiles take 1000 milliseconds or 1 second to travel from the back to the target. So if I have a shot here, should see it takes, they take about a second, roughly 1 second, right? So now to change that speed, I can simply, all I need to do now is change this. So if I change it to 4,000, it'll take the missiles 4 seconds to arrive. What did I do there? I hadn't updated this. So because is valid was in the vase clause, its change wasn't being passed back. So I need to put that into the out. So that's 1 second, so back here it should take 4 seconds. So the missile should move quite a bit slower. There we go. And we'll change this one to be fast. We'll make this one 500 milliseconds, which is half a second, which is twice as fast as what they were before. There you go. So simply by changing that one variable there now, we can vary the speed of these missiles. I think 1 second was actually about right. That's about all I wanted to show, actually. So we'll just go through each one of these scripts and see if there's so we don't need to actually wait. What is that doing? Yeah, we should wait there. that's it, yeah. Okay. So the whole game now is 10, 31. Why is that one line longer? It's forward, bottom. 6, 10. So 52, 63, 75. We won't count these because that was just a hard thing. 91. Why is that one less? 107, 115, 139, 153, 193. Don't need that as test. 200, 220, 247. 305 lines to make the game. 305 lines of script code to make the Battleships game. So the instant reset on the map preview screen, that's kind of useful. And here you can now go to the preview and just reset it immediately. So you can see variations on your parameters based on a different seed. So that's really useful. On the proximity block, so the particle emitter block, there's now a proximity setting so that you can it's so that if you've got lots of particles on your world and you're running out of particles, you can use this so that this block will only emit particles once there's a player within a certain range. So if I make it say 50, then it's only going to emit particles while there's at least one player within 50 blocks of that block. So if I move away here, you see now I'm more than 50 blocks away, it stops emitting. I'll move back within range, it starts emitting again. So that's useful for conserving your particles, and so that making it so that certain emitter blocks only emit when there's a player that can actually see the particles. So it'll allow you to manage your particles better. can now set event scripts on for item equipping and unequipping, and button X, Y, and Z, X, Y, and B presses. There's an additional CCTV parameter, so you can now have the CCTV aim at a particular block. I'll just quickly show you the new decals as well. So there's now, you can now do the splinters. There's also now bricks as well, so if you have like a wall of say granite, for example, you can now put either cobble mortar on there, so you got like a granite cobblestone, or you can, there's a small brick mortar, so you can basically now make bricks of any rock type. And there's a large brick, large mortar, which is the same as the polished, pretty much the same as the polished bricks. But of course you can do it for any block, most blocks. So you can do it for whatever it looks like with wood. Terrible. And we have also a couple more cover, I think it's one or two more cover blocks. Sand, I think it's Just one other thing I'll quickly show you. In the global scripts folder, there's now a system folder which has a couple of examples on how to do some basic stuff. Like it has a basic gun script, shows you how to do one of those, shows you how to do a basic heal script, magic script, and shows what these do here. So it's just a couple of useful little things. I might add a couple more of those, a couple more in there for it shows how to do some variable stuff. And one other quick thing I'll show just to do with stacks. If you pick a stack now, it remembers how high it was, and when you place it, it uses that. And now also when you place it on top, it just everything works a bit better now. They're a bit easy to use. It's actually doing 2, isn't it? That's a bug. It should be 1. That's 1, 2. Now if I unequip, should go back to 1, but it's not. Okay, I need to fix that. Alright, that's it. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Bye.